Hi, I felt an impulse to record and say that energy has to circulate. Energy has to. It wants to move. As soon as it gets stagnant, it gets sick. It gets nasty, illnesses, pain, tension, all of these things. So, circulation of energies, huh? And this is what I feel is happening, like all the time, all the freaking time. And whenever an expression comes, energy is being shared out into the space. And then the receivers receive that energy, and then they translate that energy into their understanding of things or their what stirs up in them. And that's how it goes, right? So if we keep things to ourselves, it all is just gonna boil up inside or like tense up or just feel nasty. So it's important to get it out there in one way or another. And it's so easy to just put limitations on the self because we're afraid what other people are gonna think or that we are gonna get hurt, abandoned, or all sorts of stuff that we bring with us from our childhood. I guess the traumas of the days that causing us to be limited. Hmm? So I've been feeling a little bit like lower on energy these 2 days, like in comparison to the other day. Days go by like this and ha ha hi. But anyway, then I shared the video with a very high intense energy, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna get it out there. I'm gonna start this momentum flowing again. Like recording videos and making some sort of content, just like putting my voice out there, expressing and just sharing what's going on in my life and like putting it out there for the world and you, friends, people, all to see. And that is like a discharge of energy. Like I'm sending it out there. It is being received, and then it circulates, and then an interesting thing happens. It's like for me to regulate the system accordingly. It's like, okay, was this in alignment or like in a good place of were I ready to do it, like getting out there, and then what do I do now with regeneration of my energy, like getting that energy recharge into my life, into this being, into this system. And then practice comes in, like getting back down on the mat, moving, like physically moving spaces. Like taking a walk is a great way of circulating energy and recharging oneself. And like, yeah, physical exercise, like to really pump up. And I get actually a short of breath just saying that because I could up my game for sure when doing that. So, thank you for the reminder. Uh, Thank you for bringing more clarity to this right now. And thank you for just being honest with your reactions, honest with your impressions. Just staying true and honest to yourself. That's the most valuable thing that you can do. Being true to who you are. Oh my God, you're gonna shine like a star and just radiate that to all the people in your life, especially towards yourself. Then everything is gonna just be harmonized. All of life is just gonna unfold in a like beautiful synchronicity, and as long as we get in the way and start making things complicated, then it's hell of a more difficult and tricky ride in this life. But it could be easy. Not easy, but it could be done with ease. It doesn't have to be so much resistance to the things that is going on. I'm learning about. I am an energy worker, right? And I move a lot of energies, and I work with people, body work, and I. If you would like to release some of this energy, just reach out. We can work together. We're gonna find a way for you to come back to your own innermost state of being, like your well-being, like your inner peace. The stillness inside resides inside of you, and when we get down from all of the stresses of the day, all of the turmoil that goes on in our head, and just drop down to the body and listen to the internal cues, then that's where the magic happens. That's where synchronicity starts and healing occurs, actually. So I recently discovered a new path of healing for me, and how I could work on claiming my space more. Working with the push and pull energy. So I feel a lot of tension in my body, and I tend to squeeze a lot, tense up. It's like, oh, both when I feel contraction, I feel restriction, I feel like I'm rejecting something, or having resistance against something, or even when I start experiencing pleasure, I tense up, and it's like, yes, squeezing everything. It's like tightening, and that has been programmed into my system. Like, that's my response to things. But I recently came to be aware of that I could train the push energy as well to expand outwards towards the tension, the restriction, the resistance, and embrace that to over with my energy, and melt into it with a sense of embrace, really. So focusing on the point of tension, breathing, constantly breathing. We're doing that either way, but while exhaling in particular, keeping the focus on that spot, and energetically pushing, not doing anything physically pushing, because that will cause even more tension, but energetically expanding and embracing that area with your light, because your energy is light. But I touched upon that the other day, and hey, that's yeah, I just want to again breathe, because life needs to be breath. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Oh, right? It's crazy. We all are. All living on the spectrum. If I would have gone to the doctors, they would probably diagnose me with brain dead. I don't know. Perhaps not. I'm just ADD, ADHD, late autism, or all. What are the diagnoses that you can put on this being? If I would go and look for it, we would probably find it. And we have such a huge tendency in this society to just look for the problems. Oh my gosh. Oh, I want to bring some of these Eastern philosophies into the Western world, because the Eastern, they are kind of focusing on the healthy well-being of the body. The Ayurvedic approach, for instance, they are doing giving nourishment to a healthy body. What an healthy body is supposed to be like. While here in West, we're focusing on the symptoms, the problems, and try to fix it from there. And there's a lot of great value to that. Like if we break a leg, for instance, we have to focus on the problem, fix the broken leg, put the cast on it, and it's gonna be It's gonna heal. But when it comes to the overall state of well-being, focusing on problems, because like on a energetic plane or like a spiritual plane, actually there's no problems, there's nothing to fix. And if we rest in that, like well-being and like acknowledging ourselves that we are whole and abundant and nothing is wrong, then we can attune to that state of well-being already and start to look at our lives and our conditionings and where we limit ourselves in order to go in alignment with that wholeness inside. Because that is the tendencies that we used to do. We are so accustomed to just numb ourselves away and like distract our ways throughout and thinking that we relax while we're just feeding our systems with more nonsense, or like go about with the days and just running through the day from one task to another, not really just stopping, not really observing what's going on, just heading to from one point to the other and like being blinded to what happens on the way. So common, so common. And it's not strange at all why we feel so like mentally disturbed these days, you know? So if you are looking right now for some type of inner peace, look no further. Stop looking and do it. Feel it. Be it. Be, touch in on it. You don't have to look for it, it's there. If you drop down from all those layers, all those blockages, all those things that you're just covering up from that sense of stillness that is resting inside of you, come on, please, remind yourself of it. It's there. And you have all already. All is there. Witness it. Look what's going on. It's fine. It's all right. You're good. You're amazing. You are a wonderful human being. Peace. Please. Seize this moment and greet yourself with some gratitude. And then I had to just do this, and the way that it's passing through, then it's kind of get clear, and I see right now that I light this light with some fiery, right? Because this might just sound all crazy, all right, but I'm here just a little bit of sprinkle some of this delight, and I will like to really like to get you to know that you are already all what you're searching for, because the light is within, light is without, light is with all that you see, and all of the doubts that you create in your mind, then it's nothing really that you have to find. It's already here. So please eradicate this beautiful nonsense that you created, because this is just a human condition right now, and we are all already celebrated, yeah? So take a deep dive into this depths of yours and what's mine, and then see where you align to your inner truth, the true calling, the divine, the higher self of your presence that is there, residing in that inner stillness, is you. So something like that. Nonsense, nonsense, blah 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 blah, and here we are listening again to this dude. Why? Why? Yeah, I don't know. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it a lot. I really hope and wish for you to also listen to yourself, because that's where the truth resides. You hold the truth, you hold the light, you hold all the answers. I support you. I wish you all the best. Much love, much bless. Peace all the way, and take care of yourself, your loved ones, and just share your passion, your joy, your beauty, because you hold a lot. So acknowledge yourself, celebrate yourself, and say thank you. Thank you for being alive, because this is a beautiful life. And remember that you are worthy. You are splendid. Thank you. Beautiful being.